The big story today, it's on our front page.
Oh, everybody's talking about it across the nation because it's such important news.
Momentum!
Momentum.
I'm starting to feel this Obama again.
No, you're not.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
Does that make you sad?
No, I know it's not true.
I'm a dreamer.
A dreamer?
I'm a dreamer.
What kind of dream is that?
I just want something different.
What do you mean?
Something different for this country.
This is just
What kind of dream? What, to have a black president?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As a white guy, what kind of dream is it to have a black president?
Really?
That's crazy.
So forget black people's dreams. So you're just saying we just had no dreams our entire existence here.
It's not a dream for Anthony. It's a nightmare.
No, it's
why? What do you think he's going to do, Anthony? He's going to make having guns in your home illegal. He's going to what is he going to do? Get revenge for slavery? Is your ultimate fear?
No, I just think my already ridiculously high taxes will be even higher, and will go to various programs
that do with blackness. Oh, it does have something to do with black.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, he's going to give all the money to Negroes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, it's this. You know what it is?
You think that's what he's going to do?
It's this phoniness. I don't like. I don't like this whole phoniness.
As opposed to what? George Bush's honesty?
No, that's phony too.
So
I don't like that either.
You just want any white, as long as you don't care if it's a white guy's phoniness. Is there a genuine white guy out there?
I think like Bill Clinton. There were genuine white guys out there that were actually trying to do what he felt was best for everybody, black, white, whatever. Like Bill Clinton, he was a jackass. You know, he liked getting a little more than he should have, I think, while you're in the office. But I seriously think the guy had good intentions.
And one of those good intentions that he had, did any come to fruition?
Yeah.
Any?
No.
None. Give a black president. It'll only be 4 years. Give him a chance.
I just see that as being the beginning of the race war.
Just stop.
And he's a light-skinned black.
It's
not like they're giving us like.
Dude, are you listening to? Is any white people listening to what he's saying?
It's not like they're giving us.
Or do you just look at him and go, "Wow, he speaks so well"?
Kill Whitey.
Well, not kill Whitey, but. Here's what black candidates, black entertainers, black politicians that are already in. Here's what they do that they don't think white people are listening. When they get in front of a large group of only black people, they say crap that they think the white people aren't going to hear. We hear it.
Well, here's my big problem, and this is I have said this that if you're a black presidential candidate. You cannot look for the support of black people, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh, okay.
I'll tell you why. Because of what you just said.
Yeah.
White people, see, black leaders in this country are always picked by who white people hate. Black people don't vote for our leaders.
No.
And our leaders are always, if you notice, people that white people hate.
Right.
Al Sharpton, they hate him.
Farrakhan.
Jesse Jackson, they hate him. And like Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell aren't our leaders.
Uncle Tom's, they call them.
They're not our leaders.
Right.
But they should be because they're black. So if I was a black candidate, I'll make sure that I didn't distance myself, but I would make sure that people didn't feel that white people who have to vote for me to be president didn't feel like I was going to only support black folks. As soon as white people see that black people love you and you love them back, they're not going to vote for you. So whether you do or not, and the thing is, if you don't support, they're still going to vote for you if you're a black president. So even if you don't support black people as a black candidate, when you get up to that point where you might be the president, we're going to vote for you anyway because you're the black president.
But just because he's black.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just like to.
That to me reeks of phoniness.
Just opposed to what sincerity white people have.
Just like dopey,
you're not voting
religious,
for him because he's black.
Huh?
You're not voting for him because he's black.
No, I've heard what he says.
Really?
Colin Powell is black, and before he made that ridiculous faux pas at the UN by kissing George Bush's ass and going in there and coming up with all kinds of cockamamie chemical warfare vans driving around Iraq, he was definitely a viable candidate that white people would have voted for. Absolutely.
You?
Yeah. Given the right circumstances, run against retards.
Not black in the right circumstances.
I'm kidding. Look, Barack
Why
Obama.
don't you just say it?
What?
You're not going to vote for him because he's black.
No, it's because I don't like. See, no, that isn't true. Other people are going to vote for him because he's black, but I know what the hell he stands for.
What does he
stand
for? What does Obama stand for?
Obama stands for helping. Let's see, the impoverished, and by that I mean poor black people.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But if you say that it means just black people, then people go, "Oh, you're saying everybody that's impoverished is black?" And then it starts that whole thing.
There's more poor white people than poor black.
There are because of population.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem to work that way with black politicians. They will
Does
usually
it work that way with white politicians? Do they?
Yes, we're guilty as hell, these stupid politicians. Then why do you think they're always reading in front of a school full of black kids? Give me one goddamn politician during an election year that sits in front of white kids and read to them.
Why aren't they allowed?
Constantly reading to little black kids.
Little black kids.
But it's all they do.
And I reject what you're saying. Just because you're saying it with passion doesn't mean it's true. I've seen them read in front of little white kids.
No.
And little Puerto
Never.
Ever.
It's
really?
Always, there's 20 little black kids around, and the book's open, and they're all reading to the black kids.
As a matter of fact, I think it was a school full of white kids that the president was reading.
And that reeks of phoniness.
During 9/11. It was just
oh, really? A class full of white kids?
I believe so.
That one? Yeah, show me a picture.
There you go. You just reject. I'm reject what you're saying until you prove it.
I want to see.
I want to see your goofy.
You always see it. You always see it.
All right, then I can say the same thing. I always see what you're saying. I see you see it. You see the white kids
punch
they
up
read in front of.
Politicians reading kids, and they pop every goddamn picture up.
Punch up Negro children reading.
No, you don't even have to put Negro in.
You don't have to put Negro children, white politicians reading. Like, stop it, Anthony. Just say you're not voting for him because he's black, and let's move on.
No, you're trying to oversimplify this for me.
It's more complicated than that.
And then I'll say that you would just vote for him because he's black.
Of course.
Okay, then I'll vote for him because he's black. I won't vote for him because he's black.
I don't care what his politics are. It doesn't make a difference. Don't you see black people?
That's what Oprah's doing. Then that's exactly what Oprah's doing.
So?
Momentum.
Okay.
But why can't white you support each other because you're white all day?
All right, I'll fess up.
Yes.
I'm not voting for him because he's black.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Now let's get to momentum, racist.
I'm a racist.
If his name was Cliff Barnstall, you might vote for him. Colin Powell has no white person gonna vote for somebody named Barack Obama.
He's light skinned black too. There. It's not like they're giving us a Forrest Whitaker black guy.
It's Jesse Jackson on TV.
Yeah.
He's our leader, but we didn't vote for him. And he's our leader because y'all don't like him.
You saw what Andrew Young said, right?
No.
He says that Bill Clinton is more black than Obama and has probably been with more black women.
Who cares?
Well, because there's a lot of people nervous now with Oprah and Obama that Clinton's campaign is slowing down a bit.
Thank God.
And Andrew Young came out and said, look, the Clintons are into the black people too.
Who wants a woman?
They're all going for the black vote right now.
No one can have a woman president. It's not acceptable.
Well, Oprah doesn't even want a woman president. She went for black over woman.
Because she has a monthly. She knows that what her decisions are every month is against. Like, I see what happens to my girl every month, and if she had to make a logical decision
during that time,
the world would be over. If there was if during her month, you know what she said today? She said her hair hurts. Like, she feels like cutting off all her hair because it hurts right now. And if you had a button that controlled rockets in front of her when her hair hurts,
instead of hair, it would be the Koreans hurt.
Yeah, are you out of your? Why don't you shut up, Africans, and then launch a missile?
Yeah, the Koreans hurt right now. I need to get rid of the Koreans.
They hurt me. You can't have an emotional creature like that running the world.
They're in menopause stage. I'm sure it gets a little better.
Oh, that's right.
Little hot flashes, maybe, but
Hillary's winding down.
yeah, she's winding down a little bit.
She's winding down.
And how much of a woman
She's at the
wants
hot
to be really?
flashes.
She's having a hot
Hot flashes. That womb is drying up like a prune.
And she got to drink soy milk every morning to get that estrogen count back up.
She drinks Ensure.
You don't want your president drinking Ensure in the morning.
Ensure.
Hey, that's some old lady milk. Keep her beard from growing.
Old lady milk.
Hey,
Keep her from getting lupus.
see, I'm more in the camp of I don't give a crap, by the way. I just like the excitement that Oprah's bringing to this whole race right now.
Excitement.
It's fun to see 30,000 people showing up for an Obama rally
No,
because
it
Oprah's there. She's like doing Book of the Month, and she's like Candidate of the Month. It's all
Let me tell you what I didn't like about the Oprah thing. When Oprah went to Iowa, stumping for Obama, she gets up there and sounds like Oprah Winfrey from the TV show.
Okay.
Because there were predominantly white people in the audience.
Okay.
She goes down to South Carolina. It's 30,000 black people.
Mm-hmm.
She gets up there, and this is a quote from her. She goes, "I ain't here to talk about no books. I ain't here to talk about no books."
Do you know why?
That's friggin' Oprah. It's phony.
No,
it's
not
a
phony.
put on.
It's
It
not
is
phony.
phony. Oh,
It's not phony.
stop
Let
it,
me
Patrice.
explain
It's
to you.
phony.
I'm going to explain to you real quick.
All right.
Okay. White people only have
Ant's getting
one-
nervous that we might have a black president. You can hear it in his
Yeah,
voice.
I'm not nervous.
White people only have one cultural thing to answer to.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, if you have to answer to relate to two different things, like if you fish, you have to use bait to catch different fish. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't just, some fish you need a worm, some fish you need another small fish. You don't relate to people the same way. Black people like to hear somebody go, y'all, sometimes. I ain't hear no book. And they go, you know what? I like that. White people like to hear you go. I talked to a friend of mine. I will not say his name. He can say his name if he wants to. I was talking about that dumb Ricky Hatton and how I was having trouble, the Ricky Hatton Mayweather fight, and how I was having trouble making a decision. Because Mayweather annoys me a little bit, just with what he does. But I had to choose over him or this white boy from England. I chose Mayweather. Okay? And I said, why is it that white people can't let black people have nothing? What? Listen to me. What? Listen to me. Why is it that you just, it's like your fury towards us won't stop?
Are you kidding
Wait a minute.
me?
I'll say this last thing. He goes, he had to run down to me why I'm not famous. Like, he goes, a guy like you should be a millionaire.
That's what I agree with that
You know what he said to
wholeheartedly.
me? He said, all we want you to do, and this is for white people, white friend of mine, all we want you to do is just be polite. White people want black people to go, yes, sir.
Polite. No.
Yeah, just to be a guy
Where are
who
we?
makes you feel comfortable.
No.
That's why you're nervous about Barack. He does make white people feel comfortable. But when you get into that, that's why white people will hate. They don't hate the color. It's the confidence or the arrogance,
That
so they
ain't
speak.
right. It has nothing to do with that. It's not so much I want you to make me feel comfortable.
You do.
I don't want you to make me feel uncomfortable. There's a difference.
Try to
There's
work.
a
Don't
big
double-talk
difference.
me.
I don't need anyone coming up to me
Anthony
going,
just tried to pimp
yes,
me
sir.
just now with words.
I don't need anyone, black or white, to come up to me and go, yes, sir, no, sir. I don't need that. I don't care. But don't come up to me with an effing attitude.
That's
For
what I'm
no
saying.
reason.
You don't understand. It's not an attitude.
What is it?
It's flair.
Flair. And then, wait, and don't run away from what I was saying about Oprah before. You say with the different types of bait for different types of fish.
Okay.
So she feels the need to go up in front of a crowd full of black people and say, I have to relate to these people, so let me sound completely uneducated. Uneducated.
It's not that.
Yes, it is.
It's where she might have been. Now, if she's in front of the NAACP, she's going to go, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to say to you this evening. Now, Oprah is super famous.
Of course.
Okay? Today we have to say this. And in front of those black people, it'll be like that. In front of people in South Carolina at certain places, it's just like R. Kelly. White people know R. Kelly from I Believe I Can Fly. I Believe I Can Fly.
We know
black people know him from in that, but black people know him from Booty. Booty. He sings a song where he just goes booty, and it's a different relatable thing. Well, like Martha Stewart doesn't have to relate to a hip hop kind of world, and she doesn't have to relate to old white people. She just has to relate to whoever gravitates towards her.
Let me tell you something. Then how come you take a white politician? Let's take Rudy Giuliani.
Okay.
If he goes down south, he's not going y'all. He's still a guy from New York. And then when he goes to the Pacific Northwest, he doesn't have to drink Starbucks in a rain slicker doing heroin.
Exactly.
And then when he does, why then this phony put on, let me try to relate to the different types of black people.
Maybe it's a freedom that she is that, though. Oprah,
she's not.
Listen, Oprah has to be a certain way on her $1 billion show that mostly old white
so that's
support.
Phony.
It might be. It might be.
Okay.
When she goes someplace, when you're free to be like, you ever go to a black party and a white party? I know this is black, but we are different. Black parties, people dance.
Thank God you said it.
White parties, people drink.
Yeah.
Just as we're different. And when you go up and go, I ain't here to support no, because she knows black people, what they feel about her is like, old funky Oprah with old book club. Right? Mm-hmm. And she has to go up there and go, I'm as down as anybody. Like Brian Gumble. I saw Brian, where I turned with Brian Gumble, he was talking about when Muhammad Ali lost to Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
And he cried like a baby. But he's not a gangster, but there's a blackness, there's a pride there, but still you have to go out sometimes.
You guys gotta lose that crap.
I agree.
You gotta lose it, or we'll never, ever be a single nation of white and black people living together.
That'll be it.
That'll be the final thing.
Yeah. Is that the racial deal we're making? If Oprah can go and speak the same way to everybody, the same way she speaks to white people or black people.
Part of it.
Why don't you speak black?
I'm not big. Well, let's look at me. I'm not sitting there talking about spaghetti and meatballs 24 hours a day because I'm Italian, and I'm not sitting there with my Italianness dripping and my Italian pride and wearing a little fedora and looking like I just got off at Ellis Island.
But that's the wonderful thing about white people.
Yes.
That's what holds us back as black people.
It does.
What holds us back is that we have to support blackness sometimes. Sometimes we shouldn't. So like Michael Vick, we shouldn't be galvanizing because white people are not supporting. But anytime white people, and this is the thing about how we feel about y'all. Anytime you're talking, it seems to be a condescending you people. But white people don't have you people. You have individuality. You can hate another white guy. You don't have to. Your millions has nothing to do with his millions. If Fan does something, if Fan goes out and kills somebody, white people will not go, you have to stop that. They'll just go, that boy was bad.
All right. But we do talk about the white shooters that do those school shootings. They're always white kids.
You dismiss them. That's what I'm saying. You do have that in your blood where you can dismiss your criminals. We just don't have that.
Well, that's your problem. You got to figure that out.
I don't know how to figure
it out. I don't know either. But hey, it should be pointed out that Hillary Clinton did the fake Southern accent.
Oh yeah, she did. Well, she's the funniest. She's the phoniest bitch ever. Ever.
So white guys aren't doing anything phony.
All right, listen.
No, they are. Absolutely.
Hold on, I just rang the bell.
Eat my watermelon here. I'm upset.
Bell.
I know.
That's why I was laughing hysterically.
That's really funny.
Our fruit came, and Patrice has man, I've never seen more watermelon in front of a person in my life.
That looks really juicy and good, though.
I got some dumb pink grapefruit, and you got watermelon.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to, just because white people might see me. When we come back, I want to talk about...
Sit down.
What happened?
He's getting,
This is what I'm saying, the magic that white people have over our brains.
Sit down!
It's not, though. You guys have won for years now. You just can't face the fact that you're winning, and you're still, acting like it's 1969. You're winning! Enjoy your victories. You're just going around still like, oh, my God, we're still the most persecuted thing on the face of the earth, blah, 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 blah.
True.
You're winning.
We're not winning.
Yes, you are.
Hey, round 2 after the break. It's Opie and Anthony. Oh, my God. It continued during the break. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neal in studio. My God. Now we're talking about black quarterbacks versus white quarterbacks. Real fast, throw a
blanket statement
I know.
like that.
Hold on, real fast. Patrice is going to be at Comics here in New York City. Comix. If you're trying to find it on the old internet. It's going to be there the 28th and 29th of this month on Friday and Saturday night. A couple shows each night. Give them a call, 212-524-2500 to book your seats for Patrice O'Neal at Comics.
Thank you, sir.
His comedy is amazing, man. It almost looks like you're just riffing every time I see you.
Well, thank you, sir.
I don't know if you are, but you get... Sometimes you're just going with it. That's kind of brave, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about white quarterbacks and black quarterbacks. Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he won the Heisman.
Won the Heisman for the Gators.
If you're in the college football, Tim Tebow
is an animal.
He's a great quarterback. But this is what I was saying about, like, we left with the watermelon, right?
Hold on. Let me explain, though, for the people that don't know. Tebow, he plays for the Gators. My nephew is a massive Gators fan. He went out to Vegas last year for the big game and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this guy is 6'4", 230 pounds, something like that.
White boy, don't forget.
White boy.
Gotta say he's a white boy.
I think he threw for 29 touchdowns and ran for 22, something like that.
Right, those numbers around there.
Either
he ran for 29 and threw for 22, but...
And I was reading about him over the weekend. They're saying that most likely the NFL doesn't want a quarterback like him. It's too risky to pay a guy, so much money that's going to get hit like this guy gets hit in college football. This guy takes some ridiculous hit.
But he's a physical specimen. He'll go just because of his physicality.
Oh, they'll give it a shot, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like Tom Brady, you don't want him taking those type of hits. You don't want Peyton Manning taking those type of hits
but if
that this kid takes.
If Tom Brady or Peyton Manning could run like Michael Vick.
This is the black quarterback versus white quarterback thing.
And actually did run. Do you think people would... This is what bugs me, the magic that white people have over our minds. If I can run, why not run? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like every time a black quarterback, it's almost like Donovan McNabb. He got his for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
He got his leg hurt, right? It's almost like he's happy he got hurt so he can now not run. So that he can throw, so white people can go.
Now he could be the white. Hold on,
I'm a quarterback, like you like white people, instead of being the physical talent you are.
So he could be the white quarterback in the pocket, just
to make white
passes.
people feel better. But Tim Tebow, who's a runner,
he's an animal.
He's an animal. No one says, oh, he needs to learn the game. He's a little bit dumb. He's not smart enough for the game. It's like, why do we let white people just have power over what we do? It makes me sick how much credit we give you for our life.
No.
Why do you people buy so much? Here's what kills me. I had to argue with this white boy about what we buy. Black people buy rims and chains. You know what white people buy? Life-size statues of Superman. For $5,000. That's what you buy. What are you? Shelby's
talking about
for $10 million.
Well, like people that are doing very well off people.
People with money.
Of color will buy watches and chains
diamonds.
and stuff. And then white people will buy other things like giant statues of Batman for their lobbies.
Gold toasters. Like, that's what white people...
But we're just different, and we're going to always be different. Who gives
why
a crap?
can't we just say that instead of always trying
so obvious.
But
Patrice is different, and we're always going to be different.
Patrice, you always try to make it like, all right, here's the situation. Now just say you're racist and everything will be fine. Like, it's not, you can discuss the point. There can be something in there without the white guy having to be racist.
I wish it was. Oh. I pray that it is. I pray you stop. Stop. Just stop being racist or just be racist.
Hold on. Let's, man, we had someone that was at the Oprah, I'm calling it the Oprah rally yesterday, but,
Momentum.
I guess they had to go to work. Let's go to Mark in Atlanta. Mark, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, Anthony, I got to call you out on the way you're ranking on Oprah. I mean, I don't watch her. I've never watched her. But I know that when you get a guest in studio, say that is a born-bred Brooklynite, you drop right into the heavy New York accent.
Like who?
Really?
Say the guy from The Sopranos or Goodfellas.
Hey, yeah. Hey, what are you doing? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Gabago!
Why do you do that, sir?
Hey, maybe it's different, people, different bait for different fish. You know what I mean? And if you want to sleep with the fishes...
Oh!
Is that true? I don't know if that's true.
No, it's,
I've
first
been
of
with
all...
Anthony a long time. I've never noticed
If
that.
it is true,
I've never
it's
noticed
not...
that.
If it is true, let me tell you something. If it is true, it's not calculated, first of all. And I'm discussing
But
something with somebody,
Oprah's is
so maybe I will. It's absolutely calculated.
Maybe she just
Why
was like
would
you. She
Oprah...
just feel like, what's up, y'all?
Why would she want to go up there? And she's a very educated woman. Why would she want to go up there and sound completely uneducated? I
Why
ain't
is
here to
that
talk about no books.
But why is that sounding why is that not colloquialism? Why you were relating?
First
you
of
saying
all,
you
no.
were trying to relate to Mr. Super Duper from whatever, and you just
Patrice,
comes out.
as the referee, I've been with Ant for a long time. I've never seen him do that.
You know something? I'll even give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I probably
I would love
do
to get some examples of that.
get a little more Guinea when we have an Italian guy in here. Frank Vincent comes in, starts talking about things. It's like, yeah, you want to kind of Goodfellas it up a little bit.
And I don't really carry the way, but I did notice the Oprah thing sounded a little weird. I'm with you on that. I was like, why would she talk like that? Why wouldn't she just use her just regular delivery like she has every day on the
No one would think
show.
any different of her if she spoke like she does on her show, and like I know she speaks in business meetings or whatever. She's got to say, I ain't here to talk about no books.
I thought it was,
that, first of all,
I thought it was strange. I'm like, wow,
It
that
was-
just sounds out of place.
as far as grammar goes, it's awful. And then
It was impassioned. It was an impassioned kind of relatable
yeah, like black
thing to
people
do.
don't like no books.
Nah.
Why
you-
talks
I'll tell you
about
what
the
it
book?
is.
Maybe she's
It's-
secretly working for the white man and knew this would,
wait a minute.
would turn a lot of people off.
But
Like,
it's
okay.
because black people might see her as this black woman who just like buys schools in Africa and relates to old white women in that way where it's like, hey, read this book this week. And it's never read like the black novel that has a pimp on the front and a hooker on the back cover. It's kind of it's like she's saying, look, I'm not here to be the Oprah that we
She's
all
not a
know.
fan of that culture. She said it. She's not a fan of the hip-hop culture and having those people on to talk about hip-hop.
What do you mean by those people?
I mean those people.
What do you mean?
People that are hip-hop culture. Those people. You know what I mean?
I love when people do that.
Just say
What do you mean by
By
those
those
people?
people.
Hey, hold on. We got Richie.
Negro. No, she has Negroes on. I've seen it.
Hold on. We're going all the way to Putnam Valley for Rich's phone call here. Rich, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I want to start by agreeing with Anthony because it absolutely aggravates me when I hear somebody speak that way. But Patrice hit the nail on the head, and it's a culture thing. I just understood it on the way to work today. I'm going to a corporate job. It's corporate culture. I will speak differently all day today than I will when I go out to the bar tonight with my buddies, and I speak different to my children. And Anthony, from 9 o'clock, before 9 o'clock on, you got one way you speak. After 9 o'clock, you speak another.
Wow. All right.
Dude, you don't understand.
That's what
I'm not going up to give a speech to people. I'm not changing the way I talk, giving a speech like Oprah did.
Wait a minute. If this guy, who sounds like he probably is on a softball team, one of those dudes.
What's wrong with being on a
wait, it's
softball
nothing.
team?
No.
excuse
Listen.
me, racist.
Hey, what's wrong with softball?
I'm saying that if he gave a pep rally for his softball team for Saturday, he's going to go, we're going to get these baby. But at work, if he gives some type of pep thing at his work, he's going to go, we had a wonderful, this month was a wonderful time. We made a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. She's in front of who she thinks she goes, I ain't here to do no books, y'all, right? Right. It ain't like, we don't read. We don't read.
Well,
it's like,
it
I'm
might
not
as
here-
well have been.
I'm not here to be white Oprah. I'm here to be black Oprah. And she did. That's what she was doing. What is wrong with that?
She has a lot of influence when it comes to books and stuff, and then she talks like she doesn't read one.
She should just be the educated, successful black woman that she is,
She's not
and
here
not
to
try
talk
to,
no books, is what
and
she's
not
saying.
why is it? The woman is probably the most successful woman in the history of this country. She's a black woman, and instead of just being a woman that is successful, she's got to have the blackness that comes out.
Why?
So everyone else can go, good, we can still like her because she's black. Why can't she just be a successful woman?
Martha Stewart had dual loyalties. You know, she's loyal to something, and then she's cooking a pie, and that's what she's known for. Try this pie. This pie's delicious. And she goes out somewhere and then goes, I ain't here to cook no pies. That's not saying don't eat pies. And she's saying, look, I'm not here to do what y'all saying. Listen, forget those books. Not like don't read, dumb Negroes.
I understand.
All right.
I understand.
All right, hold on.
I'm effing with you as far as that's concerned.
All right, good.
But she shouldn't have to put this dual personality on because who she is, an educated woman that came from crap, built herself up to be one of the richest, most successful women in history.
Right.
She doesn't have to do that.
She shouldn't have to.
Exactly. Why, when she gets in front of 30,000 black people, does she feel compelled that she's got to fit in? And why can't the people respect her for where she came from and where she is without her having to jive it up?
Now, do you hear your voice right now? If somebody's agreeing with you with how you're doing what you're doing now, it's easy to go, yes, Anthony. But if you're like, listen, I just think this, and I think that, and I think this.
It's the wop in me. It comes out and I start yelling.
People are going to listen and go, yeah, I agree. As opposed to go, yeah, I ain't here to read no books. Woo! And if she says,
oh my God,
will you support Obama, please?
Oh my
God. They're gonna go, yes, we will, Mrs. Oprah. She wanted some energy.
All right, let's go to Jack in New York. There's a lot of great phone calls coming in. Jack, go ahead.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Long-time listener.
Thanks, Jack.
Yo, I feel like, Patrice, you're making it feel like that just because Oprah's getting more famous and more educated, that black culture doesn't want her at all because she's not ghetto. They should look up to her and want to be like her.
They do look up to her.
Not education and stuff.
They do look up to her, but what I'm saying is there's a cultural difference. When you're in front of reserved white people who are mostly reserved all the time, unless they're doing a dog the bounty hunter thing, which is, I say that word when no one's around. In life, y'all are reserved. And that's like I said, when you party with white people, they just go, hello, and how are you, and drink. Black people like to go, yes! Woo!
That's not true.
We ain't here to read no books.
Fire off a few rounds.
All right, thank you. We got to go to Anita. She's a faithful listener to the show. She calls from time to time. Anita from Long Island. What's up, Anita?
I think black people should have been offended by her, saying that. She assumed that that's the way that they talk and that she would relate to them by sounding ignorant. I didn't hear the speech, but I'd have been like, why is she talking like that? I'd have been very, very upset.
What's wrong, Patrice?
Because you can hear this lady's Long Islandness that she's trying to hide for this phone call. And you don't speak differently with your friends, ma'am, than you do while you're trying to be very speechy right now. You don't have I hear the tone in your... I hear it, man.
This is Anita, man. She gets a little worked up from time to time.
Yes, she's going...
she's a black woman, too, right? You can hear that?
Hell no.
Yeah, Anita's a black woman from Long Island.
You can't hear it. You can't hear it.
Well,
you hear Long Island.
Other times when she gets a little excited, oh boy.
She goes, I'll be reading no books.
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on.
Reading no books, y'all.
I'll be reading. I ain't here to plug no books.
I've heard a few different deliveries from Anita over the last year or so. This is a different... See, she's laughing. She knows.
It's who you talking to. I don't know who she was talking to, but the demographic... I bet. Look at do we have the reaction, Opie, from the people that she was talking to?
Yeah, we're trying to find the audio.
Yeah, find that audio.
I'm
sure it's
I'll tell you this much. I just thought it sounded weird. That's it. I'm like,
why is hear this? I desperately want to hear this.
Why is she doing that? I mean, I would assume that there's a lot of people in that audience that are just as educated as she is.
But
why does she feel like she had to do that?
Still educated.
I don't get it.
You can go in front of an NAACP audience and go, I ain't here to plug no books, y'all, because it's not saying... It's just saying, I know you know me from this part of life, but I'm down. That's what it is.
First of all, she's not. She's not down. She lost her down years ago.
She's nowhere near down.
I think she wants to perceive herself as being down. I think it's advantageous to her to do that when she was plugging Obama to try to get. They want blacks across the board voting for Obama. Every
gonna
black.
do that anyway.
They want what you call the Uncle Tom working for the man in a big building somewhere, and they want the street guy that they got to go out and pick up the night before, throw in a truck so he can vote that day.
The only black people who won't vote for Obama are savvy political black people. The average person, if there's a black candidate like Obama,
will vote for color.
Will vote for Obama
and
regardless.
You know what's a disgrace in the black race, I believe? Constantly,
the black race?
People, but yes, constantly, people are bringing.
From what planet are we Negroes from?
The
planet
black
Negrotron,
Negrotron,
Nigobots, and
from what galaxy?
The evil Nigobots.
From what galaxy, Patrice? Let's get into this a little bit. What galaxy is it? I can't even say the word because we're not allowed to, but you are.
Negrometer.
Negrometer, pork pie 12.
I think the most memorable quote by Dr. Martin Luther King is what? I am not allowed. No, not I have a dream. That people should be judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin.
Yes.
And people.
And why don't you listen to that?
But no, I do. Black people are constantly judging people by the color of their skin and not by the content of their character.
I say this thousands of times. I've said this.
Yes,
no one cares.
Right. They're constantly bringing up Martin Luther King.
Don't hate you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not my oppressor. He's not my. We were left. Like I said, Jews have a mustache they can hate. They hate Hitler. They hate his face. They hate who he is. We have your color. That's what it is. We don't like white. If we can find the actual people who enslaved us, the dude on the little bike with the big wheel in the front and the mustache that curls, we can. If we had a mustache, we would not hate you all. But we don't like you because you're white. But you don't like us because you're black. Oh, whatever, because we're black.
Well, but because it's the whole, I don't think we get each other. I don't think we understand each other. The cultures are so
white
different.
People have nothing to get. I understand white culture. I get it.
Yeah,
it is the culture.
It's
black people have a culture.
It's pretty much just whatever it is.
Yeah.
White people have, and we
don't have anything that we don't understand about you.
But you guys have a bunch of things that we don't understand.
Yes, why don't you try to understand them?
We have between the gunfire, for love of God. What are you doing? I'm talking about
and we pick
a little bit of assimilation.
We pick and choose. We take some of your music. We take from here and there.
Can you just love it and let us have it?
Patrice, I'm talking about a little assimilation to society without having the rest of black people say, oh, he's kowtowing to the man.
All right.
There's just this huge gap between the two peoples that we have a hard time relating and working together.
You have your sellout at Uncle Tom, and you call it the left.
Mm-hmm.
White people created.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You created this thing called the right and the left, and now it's like left are the Uncle Tom white people who like those Negroes, and we the real white people, the right. Over it's all wordplay juggling, man.
You guys got it knocked this day and age. Knocked.
All right, let's take a break. We'll do round 3.
I ain't here to do no books.
Round 2.
I think I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and let you guys enjoy yourselves.
Oh yeah, go to your whitey Starbucks.
Go to your hunky bucks. Or is it black bucks, what you want to call it? I'm gonna go to Black Bucks and get me some hot